Hi, I'm the Malt Activist, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Benromach 10-year-old, the standard bottling. I really like this bottle. I love the way they do the cool graphics on the bottle itself, really nice. It says the classic Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey. This is a 10-year-old, 43% alcohol by volume, and this has gained a bit of fame as of late thanks to everyone's good friend Ralphie. Ralphie, the YouTube legend, decided that this particular Benromach 10 was going to be his whiskey of the year 2014, and I guess like everyone else, since I'm a fan as well, I went out in search of this particular expression just to see, what Ralphie really considered whiskey of the year. I did a review of its older brother. When I say older, I mean stronger. The 10-year-old cask, well, it's not cask strength, it's the 10-year-old 100 proof, they like to call it, at 57%, which I think is going to be my whiskey of the year. Having said that, I quite like this one as well, essentially because it's exactly the same spirit but slightly watered down than the 57%. The maturation remains exactly the same. It's 80% of the spirit has been matured for 9 years in bourbon barrels. About 20% of it's been matured in sherry hogshead, and also 9 years old, married together in first fill Oloroso sherry casks for 1 year to complete its 10 years. 10 year? Oh, that rhymes. And to come out with something like this. Now, I spoke a little bit about the history of Benromach in my previous review, so I'm not going to go over that. But I would want to touch again on the point that they're adamant on recreating the classic flavors of the 1960s Speyside whiskies, and one of the important things there is the use of peat to dry the barley. So not very unusual. A lot of Speyside whiskies now are sort of doing peated whiskies. Glenfiddich has one, 125th year anniversary edition. Balvenie does a 17-year-old peated cask. Tomintol does one. I'm sure there's a few others, but these are very specifically peated to about 12 ppm. And the aim is to recreate classic 60s Speyside flavors using traditional distilling methods. And so enough talking, and let's pour this. I really like this, the way they've written it. It's got texture on it too. So I've had this before. I don't remember the flavor profile. Oh, beautiful. Tobacco, honey, caramel, very crisp. The peat's there, but it's very, very understated. I guess 12 ppm would do that. Strong toffee, butterscotch. But there's a very, very crisp and sharp twang. I like this. I like it now a lot better than I remember first nosing it, and I think also because it might be from an open bottle, a little bit of oxidization might have helped. I don't know. Dark honey. Slightly salty, maybe like a rock salt or a black salt. It's got red berries, red underripe berries, and I think that's like the citric or acidic or citric overtone that I'm getting now. But the overriding profile is tobacco leaf, green tobacco leaf. I really like this nose, really like it. Maybe crisp green apples, maybe. Could be the citrus. I remember nosing this the first time and thinking, yeah, well, that's not bad. But now I'm really liking it. Interesting. Cheers. Excellent. It's really nice. Palate was tobacco again, dark honey, chocolate, fudge, toffees, butterscotch, a bit salty, that same black salt, rock salt, whatever you want to call it, quite crisp, maybe a hint of bitterness in the finish, but the tobacco is back. So this reminds me very much of the 100 proof version. I guess it's the same spirit, so why wouldn't it? But I think this is just a touch more palatable for maybe the slightly newer whiskey enthusiast. But this is a very good whiskey. I really like it. I like it more the second time around for some reason. It dries now. Maybe a hint of oak. So there was cinnamon on the palate as well, and I think that's where the Oloroso is coming in. Garam masala or like an allspice bouquet. Nose is opening up. I'm not sure if I should add water to it. Maybe I should. I won't do a lot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7. 6, 7 drops. The 100 proof works really well with water, so I don't see why this shouldn't. I know it hasn't changed much. Like the 100 proof, it becomes slightly drier, touch bitter. The mouthfeel is more creamier. Tobacco explodes. Unbelievable. I think I'm going to deduct a few points for the finish because I think there's some off note somewhere. But overall, very accomplished whiskey. You know, made by hand using traditional methods, which I like, and so I think I'm going to tack those points back on again. This was the Malt Activist, and I will see you next time. Cheers.